Hello, you're watching an initiate video with Jan, myself, reviewing Windows 8, the current build from Microsoft. It's build 8102 or 8102, whatever. So this is Windows 8. This is an evaluation copy. You can get this on the Microsoft Developers Network, and download it for free. So when you first log in, you will get this little UI here, and this is called the Metro UI. This is your default start menu. You do not get the Well, you are able to get the original start menu, but you'll have to do a registry hack. But Microsoft is really pushing for this. All you get here are the ability to download apps from the Microsoft Store. This is the Microsoft Store app, and apparently it is not currently available on the developer's preview. But here we have different apps you can use. The weather app opens up. If you have a Windows 7 phone, you're probably familiar with how everything looks around, and basically all your apps and whatnot work around here. When you download new programs, you traditionally get these tabs that are able to link you to your application. Start, like I said, takes you there. Also, if you are on your desktop and you hit the Start button on your keyboard, this also takes you to the Metro UI. There are different other apps you can set, like alarms. Like I said, or I don't believe I've said it, Windows 8 is oriented for touchscreen computers, so it's not really your desktop-like interface if you have a mouse and keyboard. We'll see how Microsoft works this out with those who want to have the traditional desktop experience, and see if they'll address that properly. They also have a new version of the Windows Explorer. Also, I should point out they have a new look for the Windows arrow effect. If you go to personalize, I'll go into that in a bit. You're able to get to high contrast Windows Basic. Windows Basic basically looks like arrow, but it's a solid blue color by default. I believe it's going to say a solid blue color, but there might be an option to change it. Screensavers haven't been changed up that much since we're not working, or Microsoft isn't working that far into your graphical aspects. They're working more into the concepts and the innovations working with each part of Windows 8. Windows color, your window color for arrow is changeable. I believe yes, you are able to change it here and whatnot. So if you go back here, you also have the Windows Extended View. With the taskbar will actually, if you have multiple monitors, your taskbar will be able to extend across the multiple monitors, as opposed to Windows 7 or Vista, previous ones where a taskbar will only be on one monitor. This will be able to stretch your whole taskbar across the screens, and your wallpaper also be extended. So when you have multiple monitors, that's the theme you want to use. It works really well, and it's, well, I wouldn't know, but it has been tested and has been seen on different reviews of Windows 8, so you'll be able to find that there. Let's go back here to the Ribbon UI on Windows Explorer. Most of your features were on basically Windows Explorer on Windows 7 was basically this bar, and they didn't have a title bar here, and all these features were one small little strip like this under the strip. But now everything's on the Ribbon UI, which Microsoft has been pushing with their Microsoft Office 2010, WordPad, yes, WordPad, and other applications. The Ribbon UI is now integrated with Windows Explorer. Your home group features are still enabled and whatnot, so you'll be able to do that. Documents and all your other standard libraries are still implemented. Other things will work out too. Your control panel is also in your start menu. You're going to need to have the Metro UI if you're going to disable the Metro UI. You're going to have to use your control panel there, because once you switch to the Metro you disable Metro UI, control panel is no longer available since it is an app. So I'm over here. So you can personalize your user screen when, well, actually, I'll look into it later, but you'll get a lock screen, which will be more like touch oriented. I'm able to choose an app. Let's see. Um, I'm not sure if you can do it here, but user tile, user tile. It's basically your start. You know, if you go start menu, that's my user tile right there. Let's go back to control panel. Users, you can add more users and whatnot. Wireless, well, wireless is enabled, but they don't have drivers for it yet. Notifications, your apps that do notifications, like if you have an Android device, notifications pop up. I'm not familiar with the Windows 7 phone UI since I do not have a Windows 7 phone myself, but we'll see what else. Also, Windows 8 will be enabled for ARM devices like Android tablets and Android phones. So there is a chance this is also directed for phones also. How Microsoft will work that out, we'll yet to see. Privacy and all the other stuff. They are pushing for this whole Metro app thing. If you do download the um, operating system, you will find that you will have to you can download the Metro UI API package for developing your own apps for Metro UI. I believe that's currently all they have on here. They have notes and other apps, but that's standard. Your in our Explorer app, I'll show you how this is a little bit, oriented for phones. Yeah, if you have an Android device, you'll notice that some things make things really bigger on the bottom for taskbar or whatnot. So I could go to Google or RuneScape.com. Oh, I can't type on this thing. And there it is. This is your Inner Explorer app, but this is an app, as you can tell. If I were to go back to your desktop and open Inner Explorer here, you also get your standard Windows 7 look for Microsoft Inner Explorer. So that's that. Chrome, if you still feel you need to use your Chrome device, it does come bundled with Windows Media Player 12, which is your standard Windows 7 Windows Media Player device anyway, so that works out. If you do disable Metro, actually I can show you, they also, before I disable Metro and show you a few features they have with the backend, I'll show you the Windows Task Manager. It has been redesigned and it's pretty good, I guess. You can see the startup things and users, comes with the whatever, and services, details for everything. This is your basic task manager. You can delete and close your tasks. Processes are over here. Shows your background processes, Windows processes, and you can close them each individual. I'll be showing Windows Task Manager because I need to show you a feature anyway. So, one moment before I navigate it to not get lost. So here are two registry files. I will link you down to them if I can find out where the link was again. And you'll be able to disable or re-enable Metro. You'll have to restart Windows Explorer for them to take effect properly. So let's run this. Okay. Next, I'll have to go to Windows Explorer and restart the application. And you'll look back here at your Windows 7 little orb here. You also get your standard user accounts. Control panel is not, it's your control panel, but things will not work because everything was pushed for the app. You have your standard accessories, your system tools. I did use the defragmentation and disk cleanup, and they do work. Tablet PC, nothing important there. Camtasia, games, things are there. Things still get tagged to your start menu. It's inevitable because Microsoft can't really force you to change it. I'll believe they would have to change the version number of Windows 8 to Windows 7. Windows 8 is 6.2 currently, like Windows 7 was 6.1. I believe they would have to change to 7.0 to make sure all compatibility is forced to that version of Windows, but we'll have to see how Microsoft sorts it out. That's basically my review. More of a tutorial, if not anything else, of Windows 7. Windows 8 rather. I honestly do not like how Microsoft is pushing for the touchscreen advice, because if people, especially gamers who want to use Windows 8, their increased performance. Oh, actually, I should show you the lock screen, shouldn't I? Well, while I'm expanding it, your lock screen, you do like I showed you the image before. This is your lock screen. It is touch oriented, you can see, so you can drag that down, and you can log in again. Shows your tile and whatnot. So, what? Wow, what the heck? Well, And yeah, so I'm almost done. So basically, that's my whole review of Windows 8. Honestly do not like how they have the whole Metro UI there. It's good that you can disable it, but many features of Windows that are like the control panel will not work properly. It does work to an extent, but some features that you want to customize that are new to Windows 8, you're gonna need to go to back to Metro UI and fix them all, like changing your lock screen and whatnot. Um, So this has been a disappointment. There are upsides as performance based. This is a lot better in terms of boot time and improved logins and application runnings, but as an experience, I don't think it really cuts that well for a desktop PC. We'll see how Microsoft works this out. This is the developer's preview, so there is plenty of room for more development and more UI changes. So we'll see how Microsoft works this out. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be final. I mean, this is the Windows 7 background. They're going to have to change it, as they did with Vista. We'll see how they work it out, and until then, we'll see how Microsoft gets this to work. This was Jan, and this was my review of Microsoft Windows 8 Windows Developer Preview.